Hey guys, why is everyone so sad? Like people going to bars after work, just looking so depressed, going to the store, getting a six pack, and then going home, sitting on the couch, you know, just to do the same thing again the next day. People trying their best to just go to the club, let loose, just try, just trying so hard just to do something to get them going, you know like what actually is going on? you know I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, and all I saw was just a bunch of trends that it was just like, sitting alone at home, sitting alone in my room, wishing there was someone here, and all this. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, what is going on? Is this new, or is this like, I mean, obviously sadness is not new, but like why am I just seeing this now? Because I don't think it used to be like this, or I don't think it used to be so bad, you know. But now it's just like, it just feels like everyone is crying for help. Like, really, that's what it just feels like, you know. Like, I don't know, but I always have this vision in my head, or where it just feels like I can't really see what's next. Like when you're in a tunnel and like everything is dark, and you just like trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel. Or like when someone will ask me, "Hey, so what you doing tomorrow?" And I'm just like, everything would just be like black, like no light at all. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, what are you doing? And they just tell me their plans. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Just I don't know, man. It just sometimes feels like, there's just nothing, you know. And at times you feel like you're the only one that feels like that until you just like talk to people, and it's just like they're feeling the same way. And I'm just like, yo, look around. There's people everywhere. Why do people feel like this? Why are people going through this? I just don't get it. Like, what is it gonna take for everyone to just feel okay? I mean, besides drugs, obviously, but like, I don't know. I don't know why everyone is just so down. Like even me and myself, like, I don't know. There are times, I mean, I've always been like this, like introverted, just being by myself. Like my sister, every time she talks to me, she's just like, Abdul, I wish I can be more like you. But I know, like, I understand what she means. Like, she admires the fact that I can just be by myself at times, but I know she doesn't really wish to be like me, because I know, like, she's a very extroverted person. Like, she's been hurt so many times, but yet she still gets out there like a moth to the flame, just looking, wanting people around her, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, anyone that tells you they don't actually want people around, it's just, I don't actually believe that. I feel like we all do need someone, it doesn't matter who, or we all need people. Like, even if it's not for like emotional support, just that validation to just be like, you can't just be alone with your own thoughts or you go crazy, you know? You need someone else to bounce ideas off, just to be like, hey, I need that validation. This is how you feel about this, right? What about this idea? We all just need someone to talk to. I don't think people actually want to be alone, but nowadays it just feels like everywhere I turn, it's just like a trend that's going on, and people just feeling sad. And I don't know if it's like they're just doing it just because, they know it's going to get them attention, or if they're really crying for help, you know? But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, if something happened recently, maybe COVID. I don't know. COVID did kind of force everyone to just be at home, but I don't know. It just it just feels like everywhere I go, people are always just talking about, oh yeah, I'm a popular loner, which I always found that term so ridiculous. Someone saying they're a popular loner, like they want to be alone, but they still want everyone to know them. But it just feels silly when people tell me they're a popular loner. I'm just like, yo, what are you talking about? You're a popular loner. What does that even mean? But yeah, but yeah, man. Like, someone please explain that to me. Like, what's going on? Why is everyone so sad? Is it just like the fact that they're working 9 to 5s all the time and they don't have enough money to do anything? Because that's how I felt. Like, my rent kept going up. It started out like 950, I think, with a washer and a dryer. No, the washer and the dryer made it go up because I think it would have been 900. But then I was like, oh wait, $50 extra, and I get my own washer and dryer. Because I didn't want to leave the apartment to go down the street and do my laundry because then I'm gonna need quarters. And I was thinking about everything. I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be an adult anymore. I'm like, hold on. So $50 extra, right? And I get my own washer and dryer. The lady was like, yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, sign me up. So I did that, and I stayed there for like a year, and the rent went up to like 1,050. And I stayed there for another year, and it just kept going up. And by the time I left, it was at 1,300. I'm just like, yeah, I'm leaving. you know, and dude, it was so bad. People usually put PTO in at work when they want to go like at holidays, for future reference, for the future. Me, I was putting it for the past. Like, every time I put PTO in, I'm just like, remember this day where I had a day off? Can you put a PTO in? So it'll be like 8 hours more to my check that's coming up. I kind of need it. My rent keeps going up. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't really understand it, but yeah, I think it's sad, man. I feel like everyone should be out there enjoying their lives, but the check is not enough. Nothing is enough. People working 2, 3 jobs. And I hate when people are just like, yeah, man, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm working 3 jobs. How many jobs are you doing? I don't think anyone should be doing 2 jobs. I mean, if you do and if you really need to, I commend you for it. Like, I'm not, but I'm not lazy, but I just, I'm always just thinking about, you know, I'm just always thinking about what life would be if, like, if we didn't have to, like, do all these things that society has forced us or manipulated us into thinking that, hey, you have to be doing this. It's kind of like when you're at work and they just like, hey man, look at that nice piece of chicken he just cooked right there. Yo, this dude is the best cook in this place, man. He can do this, he can do that. But all those little things they're mentioning, it's nothing. You actually got to start thinking for yourself and thinking about what you want to do and how you want to be the head in your life and not the tail. Are you going to be the master of your own life? Because at work, they're going to tell you what they need to tell you to keep you there, to keep you in that position, to keep you flipping that burger. They're going to tell you what they need to tell you to keep you right there so they can enjoy their lives outside of work while they keep you there as an employee, just flipping that burger. So at some point, you just got to be like, yo, man, the check is not enough. Let me think about what skills I have. Let me think about what I can do to make my future, to make my life easier. And I know it's easier said than done, but we all have the potential, man. I know, looking at my past, especially me, like, there were times when I thought like I'll never be anything. I mean, I'm not where I want to be at right now, but I'm I'm doing a lot better than where I used to be at, you know? So I know there are people out there, people watching this that are like 10 times smarter than I am, and you guys know you have the potential in you, you know? You just, maybe you don't know how to start. You don't know what to do, and you don't even know what your skills are. What I usually do for me is, I'm not like crazy successful. Like, I'm not one of those YouTube people that just like, they have the Lamborghini in the back and they just like, you want to know how to be as successful as me? You want to know how to have the women, how to have this Lamborghini, this nice house, this and that? Like, nah, I know people don't like listening to people unless like they're successful. They're like, okay, well, he has it, so maybe I should listen to that person. But sometimes it's just nice to bounce ideas off each other, man, you know? And I know most of you out there are like so much smarter than I am, but like you just don't know what exactly to do to reach the potential that you want to reach, you know? But like just put yourself out there and see how you deal with situations, you know? See, okay, yeah, this are my strengths. I'm good at this. Okay, I'm weak at this, you know, and just like go from there. Instead, I just heard like some kind of creepy sound in the background and I got scared for a second. But yeah, just put yourself out there and see what your skills are. So that way you can be, you can be the master of your own life rather than having someone trying to manipulate you to keep you where they want you. So that way you work for them, and you're not reaching your full potential. You know. But anyway, thank you guys.